Aloha, beloved Jay Tarot here for another read for all you soulmates, divine counterparts, sacred unions. We're going to get into the energies of you and your person. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment down below. If you are feeling called, let me know how the reading is resonating with you. For those of you who are returning to my channel, as always, thank you for your love and support. I'm truly grateful. Whenever this message reaches you is when it's meant for you. It's a timeless reading. Time is fluid. Energies can flip-flop. I may be talking about your person, but you might be feeling it's you, and you can plug yourself in and out where you may. If you're resonating with both sides, it just means that you and your person are mirroring each other. So just take what feels good and leave what doesn't for somebody else. This is a general read for the collective. We're going to get into the energies of that person that's on your mind, heart, in your heart, and somebody that you're feeling soulfully connected to. Let's find out more about what they're feeling, what's on their mind, what their actions are, next actions are. If I say he or she, I'm simply talking about masculine and feminine energies. All right. So you could be dealing with a Gemini, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, or a Sagittarius. Could be Aquarius, Libra as well, but more so Gemini, Pisces, Sag, Cancer. Scorpio, Capricorn. There seems to be a contract open with a older masculine energy, potentially a Capricorn. Doesn't have to be, could be Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. It doesn't have to be an earth sign either. It could just be somebody that is mature, older than you, and very successful, rich, wealthy, grounded, entrepreneur, a boss. It could be your boss. It could be I could be talking about your person and their boss, somebody that they're connected to. This could be your person. That could be you. But there is it's like there's a soul contract open. With this boss or this older masculine energy, and it's causing you stress. It's weighing heavy on you, and I feel like it's a soul contract that you are about to close out. So this is a soul contract potentially with like this person could potentially be really stuck in the 3D and only about like 3D materialistic things, right? So the King of Pentacles, someone who is older, entrepreneur, really good at the coin, but and with the King of Swords here, it could be somebody quite cold and just like ruthless. This could be two different people. I feel like this contract is with this person is very karmic. It's very shadowy. It brings up your shadows. It makes you question yourself. Maybe it's a tempting there's just something about the energy of this person like brings up a lot of heavy weight and confusion and chaos and conflicts, and there's just a lot of shadowy interference. I mean, look at this guy with the pentacle on his chest, like the strings attached. whoever this is, if you're like, oh, I know exactly who that is, I don't really like this person's energy at all. And I feel like this person's breaking your heart. I feel like they're causing you a lot of confusion. This could be somebody who's being hot and cold with you. And it's like a contract that's open that you have with the devil, and it can be closed out at any moment. All you have to do is choose to walk away from this energy. And I feel like you do. I feel like you do this. I feel like you cut this person out. I feel like it comes as a surprise to maybe even you, but like at some point you're like, yeah, I'm stepping into my power. I'm closing this out, and maybe it's with a little bit of help from spirit. You know, this is the tower steps in, God steps in, spirit steps in, Shiva fucking steps in, Zeus, whoever the fuck you want steps in and is like, no, we are crumbling that situation to the ground. You are meant to be victorious. We're cutting that shit out. And yeah, maybe this is somebody who yeah, I just feel like this is you're cutting that energy out. Something you've been waiting on. Tell me more about this. There's a lot of deep hidden feelings here, okay? And that seems to be like a theme lately. Love yourself first. This is about self-love. I feel like there's definitely something's about to change. I feel like you've been kind of like sitting in limbo, waiting for the perfect conditions to move, to take the next adventure, to plan accordingly. And I feel like just, it's like time after time, situations have made you just become defensive. Like you're just waiting. At this point, you're just waiting. You're waiting for the right person. You're waiting for the right situation. You're waiting for the right opportunity. And in the meantime, self-love. Like this is about, if you're not giving yourself self-love, give yourself self-love. Maybe you're already doing that. But if you're not, this is what needs to happen. Because like I said, whoever this past person was like potentially putting you in third-party situations. Like you didn't know where you stood with this person. They brought up a lot of fear and anxiety. And yeah, I just feel like this person was very much in their ego. The fatal event, something like, yeah, something's closing out. Something is closing out. Something is dying. Something is at a standstill, at a pause. And it's been like this, at a standstill, at a pause for a while. Like I said, you've been waiting, and maybe you've been waiting for this situation to like shift, to move. And it is moving, it is shifting, it is changing. I'm just not sure if it's changing in the direction that you're expecting it to, or with the person that you're expecting to, or I'll look in more to it, because I do see a huge shift and a huge change with the Wheel of Fortune here. Something is definitely going in your favor. I'm just not, well, it's with, so if you were dealing with like an earth sign, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, heavily Capricorn with the devil that came out, that situation, this person was a past person. See, I feel like these are two different people. Okay? Now that I'm feeling it, I feel like these are two different. This is somebody from your past who is very much in ego. Their world was all about their coin. And I feel like it was a very toxic, karmic, shadowy relationship. This person brought up a lot of pain and confusion, like I said. And so I feel like you chose to walk away from that. And as soon as you chose or you choose to walk away from that, you close that soul contract out and you are victorious. And surprise, there is this new energy of somebody who comes in that is a soulmate, that it's requited, because this is an air sign and this is a Gemini. So this could be the same person, and this is where this spread ends, is with the Gemini. So even if you're not experiencing that right now, this person is hiding from your view, and I feel like it's a surprise, and it's something that is meant to be victorious. Like this is somebody who you're gonna be excited about, whether you know them or not. Okay, we've got this card looking at each other. I feel like you guys are going to have, after this change in situation with this past person, that's like the shift that's needed. It's like, then it could be an Aquarius as well, a younger Aquarius. Look at that. The truth comes in. The aha moment, the breakthrough. Somebody comes rushing and wanting to have a conversation. Or this is just you realizing the truth of this past person and deciding to take a risk and leave the connection and close it out, right? The fatal event. It's been long awaited. You've been, it's almost like this sense of, like I said, you've been waiting. Either you've been waiting to close something out with somebody and you're about to do that because like the universe is thrusting it upon you with the Tower and the Wheel of Fortune. It's like something could have been taking a really long time to come to an end, and that's about to close, because there's something really deep and powerful about to be in your, like something that's very lucky and very fulfilling and very emotional and requited love, like this deep love that's potentially a committed relationship or marriage or engagement and offer, something that is literally being handed to you by the divine. This brand new opportunity, it's like something becomes clear and this opportunity is presented to you, and you have this opportunity to take the leap of faith, that where you're being guided is being guided by God. This is God like saying, I've got you. You can take that risk and jump and go towards your passions, whatever that is, and I will catch you. There's a secret admirer, somebody who is watching you, who cannot let go of you. Could be a younger water sign. This is, there's a secret admirer here, and that could be this Gemini energy, the lover's energy. Somebody that's watching you, that's secretly in love with you, but hasn't revealed their emotions and their feelings. And this is what, this is somebody who can let you go. And it's not the same energy of that toxic earth sign or Capricorn or devil energy. This is not that. This is somebody, I just heard it was like, the conditions weren't right. You were potentially holding on to this past toxic situation. This person comes in and you're like not available, right? So then this person is like, I'm just gonna have to, watch from afar and make my move when I feel like it's my chance to make this move. So maybe this person's been watching you let this other situation go, and they're just waiting for that moment to step in and offer you something. So I feel like there's going to be a face-to-face very soon. A reconciliation. Oh, wow. Look at that. The counterpart. This is two people that are about to have a conversation, a heart-to-heart conversation. Why? Because somebody really misses you. This could be, like I said, Gemini or Aquarius, heavy Gemini, Aquarius. It could be Libra as well. But, this is two people about to have a face-to-face. They're looking at each other. They're about to have a face-to-face, heart-to-heart conversation. And about what? I miss you. I miss you. I feel a deep soul bond. You're like my perfect match. This is your perfect match. Somebody that you wished for. And this person feels like you are their wish come true. Reconciliation is on the table. A risk is going to have to be taken, though. So keep that in mind. I'm going to, let's get an outcome. Temperance came out again. And the Hermit. So out of nowhere, look at that, from the 9 to the 10 of Pentacles. So out of nowhere, somebody comes to clear the air. Somebody comes to offer their love. Somebody can't let you go. They're going to reveal these feelings. They're going to tell you how much they miss you and how this is somebody who has been secretly admiring you and envisioning a long-term committed relationship with you, because like I said, you are everything they've ever wished for. You are the perfect match. They feel like you're the perfect match. But I feel like this person is going through like a dark night of the soul, or just deeply going through a hermit. They're in hermit mode right now, really getting in touch with their emotions and what they're feeling, because it's quite deep what they're feeling. And if they were the ones holding on to somebody from the past, then they are potentially still closing those, that heartache and that grief, right? Closing that out. But this is definitely somebody who's recognizing that they're missing you. They can't stop thinking about you. And if they're watching you and they're spying on you, the things that you're posting, they're like resonating with them, and they're feeling more and more like you guys are the perfect match, because maybe you guys are like, especially if you're dealing with a twin flame here, which, this is definitely twin flamey. It's like you guys are literally mirroring each other, and you're feeling the exact same, whether you believe it or not, right? So you guys could be like posting similar things or feeling similar ways. You could be feeling the same, like both feeling sad at the same time, both feeling nostalgic at the same time, both feeling happy at the same time, both feeling confident at the same time, right? It's like there's something about that this person is recognizing because they're spying on you. But I do feel like this is somebody who wants long term. This is somebody who's working for like creating some kind of stability foundation in this connection. And it's because they've gone within and they've connected to this deep feeling of a soul bond connection. And like I said, the more that they watch you secretly, they're seeing certain things that you're posting and they're thinking, damn, like this person literally like is exactly like me. So past, it says, through the power of love, you release any stagnant situations or energy in order to transform your heart space. You see, didn't I say either you or this person is letting go of past heartache, past beliefs, past situationships, closing karmics out, closing cycles out, closing all kinds of shit out. And that's potentially why they're in hermit mode. They are maybe silent, maybe there's no contact here, because they're I just heard they're taking care of business. Okay, discernment. You are developing the skill to distinguish love from fear and truth from illusion. Interesting. I definitely see that. There's a lot of fear here. But there's also a lot of emotions. And a lot of soul connection. This is two people on the same page. More cups. Yeah. The yin to the yang. This came out twice. This is literally your team of angels. You guys both have a team of angels. Guardian angels are on it, trying to bring you guys back together. Okay. So just use your discernment here. You know, I feel like that's what's, maybe that's what the separation was for you guys to decipher and discern who's on your team and who's not, who needs to be left in the past and who gets to move forward with you into your future, into 2024. I feel like that's a lot of what's happening right now. And whoever you feel this is, somebody that maybe you have been in no contact with, that you feel like you just know that there needs to be some kind of communication or some kind of contact, and you just know that it's not over. This person is definitely coming back to communicate with you, whether you're the person that's going to be reaching out to them and communicating or vice versa. Like, you know where you stand in that. And this is also part of discernment, is like, am I meant to wait patiently here and be the receptive one? Like, have I been the one who's putting in all the effort and I need to now be receptive? Or do I know that I'm the one that needs to make the move? You have to really be honest with yourself here. And like, it's not even about that tit for tat. It's just about like reciprocation, like you don't want to be reaching out because of a fear of losing, or that anxious attachment, of that codependency of, if I don't do it, then it won't get done. That needs to be let go of, because if you have been the one that's been doing, then the situation becomes out of balance. And that's why temperance is coming in twice, because like balance needs to be restored. So if this is unfortunately, life and relationships is a game, and it's like, a game of tossing the ball back and forth. And in any game, like in basketball, if I hold the ball for too long, I will get whatever, fucking whatever, you know what I mean? I fucking can't think of the word. get called out. I don't know, whatever the fuck it is. But like I can't, you know, like that's like not like that's part of the rules is you can't hold on to the ball for longer than so many seconds without dribbling it, right? Well, or without passing it, right? Doing something with it. And so in this game of love and life, you have to be able to toss that ball back and forth. And if somebody doesn't want to play the game, you can't fucking keep throwing the ball if they're not throwing it back, right? Like, you threw the ball. If they're not throwing it back, what the fuck are you going to do? You got to walk away. You got to let it go. And that's what I feel like happened. That's where you're at. Because like I said, this is, you know, waiting, defensive, the duration of a long standstill, and then the fatality of something, right? So maybe it's something that has come to an end. Maybe it's about to come to an end. Maybe it's in that standstill period. But wherever the stage of whatever stage you're at when you read that, when you come here, just know that, let's say if you were the giver and you're the one waiting, this person is desperately missing you, and they could be maybe super stubborn and not reaching out and not communicating, but they are fucking thinking about you, and they are nostalgically like reminiscing on memories. Like, I just felt and heard this person laying in bed wanting to be there, cuddling with you, wanting to wake up next to you, wanting to kiss on you, wanting a hug from you, wanting to touch and connect, and thinking about those moments in which you did, and wanting those. I just feel like they are still here, and it's just a matter of time before you guys have this conversation. Bring love into the situation. New moon in Aquarius. This is about shining your light. Like, just continue to do you and go out there and shine your light. Don't stop your life. Don't stop your career. Don't stop your journey, your purpose, your dharma. Don't stop doing that because this person isn't showing up for you. You have to in turn show up for yourself. If somebody's not showing up for you, that's not an excuse. It's not about like focusing on them more. It's about focusing on you, right? So like, I know what tends to happen is when somebody, you know, just abruptly leaves or drops the ball, you're like, well, wait, why did you drop the ball? Things were going so good. Everything was flowing and whatever. And you just fucking drop the ball, and then you want to take it personally, or you want to get sad about it, or you want to get angry about it, right? And then you get stuck in that. And then the energy doesn't move. And then you're angry and you're feeling rejected, and then they don't want to reach out because you're angry, and they don't want you to get mad at them, and they don't want to feel, you know, and then there's like this huge pause, and then this huge like disconnect. And so it's like, keep doing you, keep shining your light, keep focusing on polishing yourself and growing and building, and the more self-love, right, that came out, love yourself. The more self-love, the more love you give to yourself, the more love will be, the more the love, the power of this love will bring that balance, right? But I feel you guys are being separated on purpose to go through this turmoil. It's like a lesson in love. It's a lesson in loving yourself, because you guys both love each other, but there's a disconnect. And that disconnect is, I feel like, that you guys aren't loving yourself, right? So when you don't love yourself, and then you are faced with the mirror version of yourself, all those things come up, all the shadows come up, and then it's like, well, fuck, bro, like, and you may be, you know, blaming the other person, feeling neglected, rejected, abandoned, whatever, betrayed, right? But then in reality, because you guys both really do love each other on a soul level, this is what's coming up for you to look at, because it's within you, right? You are betraying yourself. You are abandoning yourself. You are neglecting yourself. You are What was the other one? Reject, abandon, neglect. Reject, abandon, neglect. There was another one I said, but I don't remember. Anyways, the point is, it's probably due to your past and things that have happened in your past that are bringing up these feelings of neglect, abandonment, rejection, there it was, and betrayal, right? So whatever it is, maybe you're dealing with all of them. But whatever it is, it's like these things are coming up. And yes, maybe whatever happened here caused these things to come up, but it's not about blaming the other person and being like, they are the ones neglecting me. No, it's about taking responsibility for yourself and showing yourself that love. Okay, well, why do I feel neglected? Why do I feel rejected? And sit with that. Okay, well, they did this behavior and it made me feel this. Okay, well, why? Why do I feel like their behavior has to do with this feeling that I'm attached to? Is it because of my experience from a past situation that hurt me? Or is it because this person is treating you like shit? You know what I mean? At the same token, you don't want to be repeating on a toxic cycle. So if this person is actually showing up in a toxic cycle and being the one that's hurting you and being toxic towards you, then this is the lesson for that person. And, you know, this could be the potential that person that needs to be let go of. But let's say that person was the person from your past and this person's coming, this new person that came into your life that hasn't gotten off the ground. It's like all of the fears from both sides of your past situations are getting in the way of you guys getting anything off the ground. You guys aren't even like giving it a chance, I feel like. I don't know. Anyways, a time to give rather than to take. This is new moon in Virgo. One of you's the giver. One of you's been the taker. It is time to balance out those scales, and you have to be honest with yourself. If you've been the giver, stop giving. Let this person give to you and receive. I know it's hard, but this is your lesson. And if you are the taker, then it's time for you to give. It is time for you to put your ego and your pride aside and realize how you're creating an imbalance in this connection by constantly expecting the other person to give their all without you giving a cent. I feel like there's somebody here who expects the other person to like give them the world and like, you know, it's like this, how do I articulate this? There's an energy here of somebody who's like, and I feel like it's a protection. It's like it's like a defense mechanism. This person is so shielded in their heart center that they expect the other person to like, oh my God, how do I explain this? It's like, if I'm the person, I'm not going to give you a cent of my emotions without you giving me the full throttle of it, right? So like I'm only going to give you 1%, but I expect you to give me 100%. Does that make sense? It's like this person expects you to give them your all, your undivided attention, like put your walls down, let them in. It's like, you prove to me that you're worthy to be in my life, and then I'll open up to you, right? Instead of it being reciprocated, instead of it being like this back and forth, this, hey, you know, I toss the ball, you toss the ball, right? This person is like expecting you to like, don't know how to articulate it. It's an interesting dynamic. And like I said, I think it is part of a self-defense mechanism. Like they're not going to open up until you have like fully opened up, which is not fair, right? Because it's like they want you to fully surrender your vulnerability and open up your all when they won't even give you this much. This is the imbalance, right? And so this is why, like, if you are listening and you are this person, you cannot expect somebody, it has to be reciprocated. Has to be reciprocated, because on the other person's side, if you aren't reciprocating, they're receiving the message that it's not reciprocated and that you don't feel the same. So why would they continue to put effort into something that is not giving them anything in return, even reciprocation? That's an energy vampire. That at that point, you are then the energy vampire, and you're just taking and siphoning energy from this person without giving anything in return. And so, and maybe this is like, oh my God, I don't even know. I'm feeling it, but I don't know how to express it. And so I'm going to keep going. Step out of your comfort zone. Yeah. This person, the past, right? This is the south node. Oh wait, this is the north node. So yes, step out of your comfort zone, which is the past, and all of this behavioral shit that this person does to keep control of their emotions so that they're not vulnerable, so that you're the one being vulnerable, so then they can then decide whether they want to be vulnerable. Well, that's not fair. That is not a fair situation, because you're asking somebody to put in more than what you're willing to put in. And like, why would anybody want to be in that kind of situation, especially if you're not giving back? And so there's something about the past, lessons from the past, karmic ties from the past, relationships from the past, things from the past that need to be closed out. Comfort zones from the past. It could literally just be that. Like, this person needs to allow themselves to be vulnerable and meet you there, because I feel like you have been very open and very vulnerable with this person, but they have not with you. And maybe that's what, created some separation, where you were just like, all right, well, I can't do anymore, right? Because how can you keep giving to a situation that's not giving you back? And then it's like, that's a comfort zone that needs to be overcome. Let's move forward. Let's work towards our future. I don't need to know where my future is going. I don't need to know the direction. I just need to trust that where I'm being guided is the true way, even if it doesn't feel comfortable to me. Right? Because I feel like this person's comfort zone is to sit in this, I'm not going to open up. I'm not going to be vulnerable. I'm not going to share my feelings. I'm not going to, I'm going to hold on to my feelings. I'm going to withhold, and I'm not going to share that because it doesn't make me feel comfortable. I want you to completely, like, this person completely expects you to just lay it all out before they even give you this much. And it's not like, oh, you lay it all out and then they're going to do the same. No, that's my point. This person isn't going to do that. And this person needs to do that. This person needs to reciprocate where you're at. So if you're like, hey, I like you and I have feelings for you, and they feel the same, then they need to be like, you know what? I also like you and have feelings for you. If you're like, hey, I really want to get to know you better and let's be exclusive, then they feel that way, then they need to tell you. Now, if they don't feel that way, then they also need to tell you, so that way you can close this out and move on. What the fuck? All right, I'm done. Tell me, either way, you will be victorious. Success, triumph. I feel like this person is going to fight for this connection. It's just a matter of time. You've got to give them that space. This person is quite unique. They might be a little immature. They might be younger than you. This is somebody who kind of just moves at the pace of their own drum. So What else can I say? Oh. At the end of the day, this person is realizing that this person's going to move towards you because they're realizing that you are everything they've ever wished for. You are somebody who can take care of themselves. You're self-sufficient. That's very attractive to them. They feel like they can add to your life. This is somebody who is now feeling like their destiny is to move towards you and because they feel like there's unfinished business here, right? And so in this hermit mode, this person gets in touch with their true feelings, and there is a sense of this person's falling in love with you. I don't think that they're going to come out and say that, like, oh my God, I'm falling in love with you. I just had this grand epiphany that I'm falling in love with you. I don't think that that's what's going to happen. I think that this person is going to maybe come back into your life trying to flirt with you and trying to create some kind of opportunity to see you, so that they can speak to you, so that you guys can have a conversation, a heart-to-heart, face-to-face conversation. But I feel like this person's initial way back in is just to kind of send you a little flirty text or something like that. Don't shoot the messenger. If you don't want to entertain this person, I'm not telling you that you have to entertain this person. You can do whatever the fuck you want, all right? I'm just telling you that this person's going to come back with feelings, and they're going to come back not expressing those feelings right off the bat, but they're fucking there, okay? With the King of Cups and the Six of Cups, this person can't stop thinking about you. It's like this person goes silent, and all they're doing is thinking about you. This person works, they think about you. In the shower, they're thinking about you. Before bed, they're thinking about you. They wake up in the morning, they're thinking about you. This person tries to meditate, they're thinking about you. Like, you decide what you want to do with this situation. Oh my gosh, you guys. For those of you who want children and engagement and marriage and the wish fulfillment, the happily ever after, it's a possibility. It's going to be with the person that you want it to be with. So just don't be like, oh, well, I don't want this. I don't fucking care. The person that you don't want isn't going to be the person that God sets you up with. So let that shit go. And the sooner you can close that out, the sooner the new person comes in. Boom. Ija. All right. I'm going to leave it there. Until next time, love and light. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment down below.